You ever been trapped in a hotel room trying to relax, but the people above you sound like they're training for the running of the bulls? Well, that happened to me. But instead of suffering in silence, I delivered a wake-up call they'll never forget. If you've ever dreamed of getting back at someone who disrespected your peace, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories that prove karma has a sense of humor. Because today, you're about to hear how I turned one sleepless night into a perfect morning of revenge. The setup. The promise of relaxation. A few weeks ago, my family and I checked into what was supposed to be a relaxing weekend getaway at a hotel resort. You know the kind. A place with a pool, a water park, and enough fluffy pillows to make you forget your stress for a couple of days. We had our kids with us, so the plan was simple. Fun during the day, peace and quiet at night. And because I'm the kind of dad who believes in teaching respect, we kept reminding our kids to keep it down. Every day and whispered, remember, there are other guests. Felt like we were doing our part to be good neighbors. But apparently, the family in the room above us didn't get that memo. The antagonists. The Buffalo Stampede. I don't know if it was a family of 6, a marching band, or an actual herd of buffalo, but whatever was happening upstairs was unrelenting. Furniture dragging across the floor. Over and over. Like someone was actively auditioning for the role of human earthquake. Every time I thought it might stop, another crash made me flinch. Now me. I can sleep through almost anything. Car alarm, thunder, even a baby crying. My kids. They were exhausted, so they managed to pass out eventually. But my wife. Oh, she was fuming. And if you've been married, you know what that means. Angry wife equals angry me. Not because I wanted to be mad, but because watching her toss and turn, muttering under her breath about inconsiderate people, lit a fire inside me. The thought running through my head. If my wife doesn't sleep tonight, I'm not sleeping either. And someone's gonna pay for that. The breaking point, midnight misery. Hours dragged on. Midnight passed. Finally, the chaos subsided. We all managed to fall asleep, but the damage was done. That peaceful, cozy family getaway. Shattered. My wife's mood. And you know what they say, unhappy wife, unhappy life. But here's the thing about me. I've got a weird superpower. I don't need much sleep. No matter what time I go to bed, I wake up at 5 a.m. like clockwork. No alarm needed. So when my eyes popped open at the crack of dawn, I wasn't groggy. I wasn't tired. I was wide awake. And I was ready for revenge. The plan. A morning they'd never forget. I slipped quietly out of bed so I wouldn't wake the kids. My wife, still asleep, had no idea what was brewing inside me. Down in the elevator lobby, I found one of those old-school hotel house phones, the kind that lets you dial directly to any room. My heart picked up as I punched in their number. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. For a second, guilt crept in. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe I should just let it go. But then another thought smacked me across the brain. Wait a second. These clowns robbed my wife of her sleep. I'm definitely not getting lucky tonight because of them. My hesitation disappeared. My finger hit redial. This time, a groggy, raspy female voice finally picked up. "Hello," she croaked, barely awake. The execution, the wake-up call. And that's when my inner customer service rep came alive. In my most chipper, borderline too happy voice, I said, "Good morning. This is the front desk with your morning wake-up call. Are you awake?" Confusion. Pure, beautiful confusion on the other end. Before she could even gather her thoughts, I kept going. "We have a special thank you gift for families staying with us today." That's right. Free breakfast buffet and admission to the water park. But here's the catch. It's first come, first served. You and your guests need to claim your reward at the front desk within the next 30 minutes. More silence. A groan. And then a weak. Okay. I cheerfully thanked her for choosing the hotel and hung up before she could ask another question. The payoff karma served fresh. Now, I could have just gone back to my room and left it at that. But no. I wanted to see the masterpiece unfold. So I parked myself in the lobby, cup of coffee in hand, pretending to scroll on my phone while I waited. Sure enough, about 20 minutes later, here they came. A parade of bleary-eyed, half-dressed family members stumbled out of the elevator. Pajama pants, messy hair, flip-flops. They looked like zombies clutching onto the last shred of hope. You could see the mix of emotions on their faces. Tired annoyance, but also this flicker of excitement at the promise of free breakfast and a water park adventure. They approached the front desk. The mom stepped up, voice sharp. "We got a call about some special family promotion. Free breakfast. Water park passes." The front desk clerk looked confused. Shook her head. "Ma'am, I'm sorry. We're not running any promotions like that." The mom's face twisted. "What do you mean? You called us. You woke us up." The poor clerk blinked, completely baffled. "I promise you we didn't make that call." The volume escalated. The mom demanded a manager. The kids whined. The dad rubbed his temples like he regretted every decision that led to this trip. And me. I sat back, sipping my coffee, trying not to burst out laughing. It took them a full 5 minutes to realize what had happened, that they had dragged themselves out of bed, half-dressed, for absolutely nothing. One by one, their shoulders slumped. They turned around and shuffled back to the elevator like defeated soldiers marching home from battle. It was glorious. That sight, that walk of shame, was better than any spa treatment the hotel could have offered me. They had stolen my wife's peace. They had stomped on our quiet night. But now I had stomped on their morning. And the best part, I didn't raise my voice. I didn't confront them. I just let them embarrass themselves in front of the entire lobby. That's the kind of revenge you don't just enjoy in the moment. You savor it like a fine wine. Sometimes karma doesn't come knocking on its own. You've got to give it a little push. And let me tell you, nothing feels quite as satisfying as serving justice in a way that's both harmless and unforgettable. So what do you think? Was I petty, or was this justice well served? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story made you smile, smash that like button and subscribe for more real-life revenge tales. Because trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.